Scientists have discovered a reservoir of liquid water on Mars located deep in the rocky outer crust of the planet.
화성 표면의 암석 지층 깊은 곳에 액체 상태의 물이 다량 존재한다는 연구 결과가 나왔습니다. Oh, are we getting a step closer to living on Mars?
I don't know, but it does sound a bit promising, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
To hear that there might or there is some sort of water in Mars. So what this is, it's from the findings from a new analysis of data from NASA's Mars InSight lander, which actually touched down on Mars back in 2018. So this lander, it had a seismometer, which is an instrument that measures and records details of earthquakes, such as earthquakes' force or duration inside.
Right.
And that recorded 4 years' worth of vibrations or Mars's quakes from deep inside the red planet during its stay on Mars. And after they analyzed those quakes, so how the planet moves, it revealed that there were these seismic signals of liquid water. And they say that how fast seismic waves travel, they've kind of worked out what kind of materials, are most likely to be, I guess. They say that the way that this works, it's very similar to how they figure out whether there's oil or other materials on Earth as well. They use these waves to figure out what kind of material is underneath, deep surfaces, because it's hard to find out, what's there. So they use these waves. It's a very similar sort of technique that's used to find out if there's gas or if there's oil on Earth. They used it on Mars, and they say that there is water. Reservoir means, a pretty big, substantial amount of water on Mars.
Exactly. The reason the word liquid comes before water here is because frozen water, so a solid form of water has been found before, but never running, sort of like liquid water. 그래서 물 앞에 왜 액체물이라는 단어가 붙었을까 좀 궁금하실 것 같아요. 근데 지금까지는 화성에서 이 얼린 상태의, 그러니까 고체죠. 그런 상태의 물은 발견이 됐었지만
Near, I think the pole areas, right? Of
맞습니다.
Mars, yeah.
네, 극지방에서. 그렇지만 이렇게 액체 상태의 물이 발견된 거는 처음이라고 해요. 그래서 이게 이제 2018년부터 2022년까지 인사이트라고 하는 나사의 탐사선이 지진파 자료를 수집했는데 그걸 분석해보니 이게 꽤 좀 커 보이는 그런 물이 다량 존재하더라 이런 얘기가 되겠고요. 그걸 어떻게 표현했냐면은 저수지라고 얘기를 했습니다. It's a reservoir of liquid water.
Right. So reservoir, it can be natural or it can be an artificial lake that is used as a source of water supply. So it's a place where large amounts of water get stored.
그다음에 outer crust.
So the outer crust is the outermost solid shell of a planet.
Yeah. When we order a pizza,
The crust.
The crust.
Yeah.
Some people like to have cheese inside their crust or, I don't know, sweet potato.
Some kind of filling.
Yeah, exactly. 우리가 피자 먹을 때 가장자리도 crust라고 하는데 여기서 말하는 이 화성의 외부 층, 표면도 역시 crust가 되겠습니다. 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. Scientists have discovered a reservoir of liquid water on Mars, located deep in the rocky outer crust of the planet. Moving on, this is our next headline.
Colombia has announced that new artifacts have been found on the legendary Spanish galleon San Jose after the first robotic exploration of the 3-century-old shipwreck.
콜롬비아 정부는 3세기 전에 난파한 전설적인 스페인 범선 산호제를 로봇을 활용해 1차 탐사한 결과 기존 보물에 더해 새로운 유물이 추가로 확인됐다고 발표했습니다. 여기서 말하는 3세기 전이라는 건 300년 전이라는 뜻으로 보시면 되겠습니다. 3세기 때 발견된 게 아니고요.
No.
네, 3century old니까 300year old, 300년 된, 그러니까 1700년쯤에 이제 shipwrecked 된 건데요. Tell us more about this.
Yeah, I remember talking about this story last time when they, it was called the Holy Grail of shipwrecks because
Yeah.
they believe a lot of treasure was in this shipwreck. They've been keeping its location secret because they don't want treasure hunters to go
Right.
in and try to, steal or try to take away. Think about the movie Titanic. They
Right.
have people going in, deep diving, trying to get the stuff. So the San Jose, it was owned by the Spanish Crown when it sunk by the when it was sunk by the British Navy near Cartagena back in 1708. And they say only a handful of its 600-strong crew survived. So back in February, the Colombian government announced that it would begin extractions from the ship off its Caribbean coast, with the wreckage believed to be holding treasures worth billions of dollars. That's why it's being called the Holy Grail of shipwrecks.
Right.
So they reportedly a robot surveyed the wreck. Like I mentioned, the exact location has been kept secret since its discovery back in 2015. Between May 23rd and June 1st. It's a very, very large area. They say that the area, it's equivalent to more than 40 professional soccer fields. And what was found, they're not talking about the treasures that were found, but they say that among the new artifacts that were discovered is an anchor, as well as parts of the ship's cargo, such as jugs and glass bottles. 4 observation campaigns were carried out in 2022 by the Colombian Navy with high-tech equipment to verify the conditions of the wreck.
네, 지금 얘기하고 있는 보물선은요. 한 300년 전쯤에 침몰한 그런 보물선이고 스페인 국왕인 필리페 5세의 함대 소속이었다고 해요. 그래서 이름이 산호제인데 아주 전설적입니다. 영어로는 legendary.
Yeah, legendary. So it can be if it was actually in a legend, you can say it's legendary, or based on legends, you can say it's legendary. But if it's remarkable enough to be famous or very well known, you could also say it's legendary as well.
맞아요. 아주 유명하다라는 뜻으로도 legendary 해서 우리가 뭐 legendary football star,
Yeah.
legendary basketball player 이렇게 선수 앞에도 붙일 수 있죠. 유명하다, 전설적이다. What about a robotic exploration?
So an exploration is the action of traveling in or through an unfamiliar area in order to learn about it. But if it's a robotic exploration, you're using robots to carry out or perform this exploration.
Yeah, robot라는 단어가 들어간 robotic. 로봇을 이용한 로봇의란 뜻이죠. Exploration, 탐사가 되겠습니다. Colombia has announced that new artifacts have been found on the legendary Spanish galleon San Jose after the first robotic exploration of the 3-century-old shipwreck. Now here's our final headline.
Korea's, Korea's culture ministry is set to hold the so-called Korean bucket list event aimed at enriching the travel experience of international tourists.
네, 문화체육관광부는 외국인 관광객들의 한국 여행 경험을 더욱 풍부하게 해줄 일명 코리아 버킷리스트 행사를 개최한다고 발표했습니다. Okay, what is this
Sounds like a
bucket
lot
list?
of fun. Yeah. So this event, it's being co-hosted by the Korea Tourism Organization, and it's running from September 1st to November 10th, which I personally think it's one of the best times to visit Korea.
Yeah.
So it's designed to showcase Korea's diverse attractions to about 20,000 international tourists who will be selected through a lucky draw prior to their arrival during the period. And it's part of a broader strategy to fulfill the government's goal of attracting 20 million inbound visitors by the year's end. So how can you apply? You can visit the event's website at koreabucketlist.com and you can select, there's a list of 36 enticing programs and you can select your preferred activity there. And if you are selected, if you are one of the 20,000, you'll be able to enjoy a range of activities. They sound like a lot of fun. There's K-pop dance classes, recording sessions of K-pop songs, traditional market tours, temple stays. You can get makeover makeovers following the styles of your favorite idol stars, wellness resort accommodations. So there's something for everyone there. And to encourage people to explore beyond Seoul, the government will also provide 100 domestic flight tickets to tourists in cooperation with Korea Airports Corporation.
So you have to be a non-Korean to apply for
Yes,
this.
I think so. Yeah. Unfortunately for us, right?
아, 그렇군요. 네. 아까 얘기한 웹사이트에 들어가서 응모를 하면 된다고 하는데 외국인을 대상으로 하고 있는 거니까요. 여러분의 지인, 외국인 친구 있으면은 알려주셔도 좋을 것 같아요. 한국 여행을 꼭 하고 싶어 하는 그런 이제 온라인 친구들이 있을 수도 있잖아요. 그러면은 아까 그 주소 다시 한번 알려주시겠어요?
KoreaBucketList.com.
굉장히 쉽네요. koreabucketlist.com에 들어가면은 이게 이제 문체부와 한국관광공사가 함께 주관하는 건데 추첨을 통해서 한국 방문을 할 수 있게끔 하는 겁니다. 그래서 여러 가지 체험도 할 수 있게 하고요. 보니까 뭐 김포공항을 통해서 그 굉장히 다양한 지역에 갈 수 있는 것 같네요. 뭐
Yeah.
여수, 포항, 경주, 제주, 네, 많은 지방을 갈 수도 있고 이렇게 항공권뿐만 아니라 그 외에도 여행을 할 수 있는 여러 가지가 제공이 된다고 합니다.
Yeah, that's what I thought was really great because when you visit a country, you usually, for foreign tourists who come to Korea, Seoul or maybe Busan is probably, and maybe Jeju, are the three biggest locations that you go to. But this program, it sounds like it's an opportunity to go see and visit places other than these three major tourist attractions.
네. 물론 이 추첨을 통해서 당첨되는 내용들이 다 조금씩 다를 수 있어요. 그래서 전체적으로는 외국인 관광객 한 2만 명을 대상으로 이 버킷리스트 행사가 진행이 되지만 아까 얘기한 그 항공권 같은 경우에는 100매가 준비가 된다고 하니까 이제 조금 차등 아마 해서 여러 가지 버킷리스트 상품들이 제공이 될 것 같습니다. 자, 다시 한번 다시 읽기 전에 표현 좀 볼게요. So called.
So called. When something is so called, we use this expression a lot when we are trying to show something like a name. Instead of saying that name, we can say, oh, this is so called blah, blah, blah. So it shows that something or someone is commonly designated by that name or term that's specified.
네. 소위 뭐뭐뭐 이른바 뭐뭐뭐 할 때 it's a so-called something 이렇게 얘기를 하시면 되겠고요. And it's hopefully going to enrich people's travel experiences.
Right. So when you enrich something, you improve or enhance the quality or enhance the value of something.
네, 무언가의 질을 높이다, 풍요롭게 하다라는 뜻이 되겠고요. 이 행사를 통해서 정부는 한국을 더욱더 좋은 그 기억으로 남게 하고자 그다음에 또 궁극적으로는 재방문을 하고 싶게끔 한다라는 그런 취지도 밝혔습니다. 자, 그러면은 다시 한번 제가 읽어보겠습니다. Korea's Culture Ministry is set to hold the so-called Korean Bucket List event aimed at enriching the travel experience of international tourists. Well, that's it for our 5 headlines.